Okay, so I just picked up this 2001 Volkswagen Cabrio, which, fun fact, Volkswagen Cabrio was my first Volkswagen. Here it is. This is not going to be my car, unfortunately or fortunately. I picked this up for a friend of mine. So the best part about this is the ad said that it just needed some shifter repairs, which it does. Then I got in it and started to try and drive it, and it also needs a clutch. So whenever you read "it just needs," that's probably not all that it just needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it off the trailer, we're going to get it in the shop, just shake it down a little bit and see what else it just needs. Kind of goes. Here, come look at this. This is the shifter. Clearly, it's problematic, but we can still get it in. Let's see if we can. Keep in mind, I drove it up on the trailer, so it was super sketchy, but I did it. There we go. There we go. I mean, we made it. 152,000 miles. The iconic Mark III chime. What's not to love? Okay, so this was actually just an $800 Cabrio. It's a Mark III.5, so it has more like the Mark IV front end. Still an ABA and obviously a manual transmission. Previous owner said they just had some work done on the shifter linkage down there. The car's actually decent under the hood. We have a couple of issues. Looks like our PCV hose is cracked there, some residual oil. This hose isn't quite attached right, but that's okay. A lot of the stuff is not that big of a deal, just like as is. I didn't check to see if anything worked. I can tell you, our washer fluid squirters probably don't work. Ultimately, this is gonna end up being a project car for a friend of mine, so it doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to kind of be decent. All right, we're gonna just take a quick spin, see how she looks. I'm assuming all of our suspension is probably worn out. That's okay. I'm pretty sure we're gonna wanna lower this thing anyway. Looks like she needs some brakes. I'd forgotten how silly cheap things for this car actually are. So looked up a clutch kit last night and it was like 350 bucks with the flywheel for a Lux clutch, which was a factory clutch. So super no big deal there. I'm assuming it's factory suspension. Maybe we'll grab some coilovers or something like that for it. Oh yeah, I don't know if you could see, probably can't see that control arm bushing, but it's toast. Okay, up underneath, looks like we got a split CV boot. We got some oil leakage happening. Where's that coming from? Probably the filter would be my guess. Of course, this pan has seen better days as well. A little bit of power steering fluid leaking. Nothing too crazy, but definitely needs to be addressed. Looks like our CV axle over on the driver's side also needs some attention. Maybe there you can see just how bad that control arm bushing is. Ah, someone left their toe straps on there. This is me from being on the trailer. Make sure we get those out of there. All in all, she's not too bad. Not too bad. You know, when I think of an $800 car that needs a clutch, I'm all right. This parking brake cable is not even hooked up though. How fun is that? So we'll probably grab some new parking brake cables. Anyway, something I always like to look at is pinch welds. These look pretty decent. I don't see any rust. Boy, to have a Mark III with no rust is kind of a gem all around. So even though it needs a little love and affection and attention, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. You know, I kind of committed to the car just needing a clutch, but what we probably should look at first is the adjustment of the clutch cables. This has a self-adjusting clutch cable. That might be worth looking at before we just go and spend $350 on a full clutch kit, because if we could replace the clutch cable with like the manually adjustable one, which I prefer anyway, and avoid that, that would be awesome. I would be really happy about that. So here's our clutch cable right here, and you'll see when Eli pushes that clutch down, we'll see the weight right there move. So it's moving, which is a good thing. We'll probably replace that with a adjustable one anyway, just because we'll have to undo it to pull the trans out. What's not cool is I don't love this shift knob, but it's not my car, so who cares? This is a manual top, and some of y'all probably never even seen these kind of things before. Crank windows, so that's really cool. Just less stuff to even worry about. The top looks like it's in pretty good condition. I'm wondering if this isn't a newer top. This car probably had a tan top on it from the factory and was replaced with a black vinyl one. Now for the clutch, we're just going to do a factory style. I think Lux was the clutch that it probably came with, Lux or a Sachs, I don't really remember. But the clutch kit, so clutch, pressure plate, flywheel, release bearing was like 200 bucks, maybe 180 bucks. And then the flywheel was another $70 or something like that. So parts are stupid cheap. For comparison, the clutch kit for my Mark IV R32, $1,600. So I'm excited about that. And what's awesome is to have a rust-free Mark III is pretty rare. Now, again, this is not going to be my car. This is a car for a friend of mine. It's going to be like her kind of project car. So it should be pretty cool to see what we come up with, what other things we find wrong with it, and go through the process of fixing it. This is not going to be a full like big rehab for this car. We'll document the clutch. We'll document fixing all the shifter stuff. Maybe we'll get some paint work on it. Maybe have the seats redone. Well, she'll have the seats redone. I'm not going to do that. And then it's going to go away. Also, I say that, I'm already thinking like we need to put a parking brake cable on it and we need to lower it. So I don't know. It's one of those things where how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go. But what I'm also doing, trialing, test driving, doing a different style of video separate from like the main channel where we're high production value, DIY type stuff, and just basically showing you guys what's going on. So if you dig this kind of stuff, you want me to keep doing it, please let me know. I want it to be low effort for me, but still like high value for you guys. So we're going to kind of show you the behind the scenes stuff of what's going on and that kind of stuff. Some things that maybe wouldn't otherwise make it into a video. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you guys dig it, let me know. And I need a different thing to say other than with that, I'm out. So bye.